Good morning. Welcome to Yoga with YUKO. Yay! Thank you for watching. Welcome to Yoga with YUKO. Wednesday morning, basic 50 minutes basic yoga. This is the time I offer yoga class. Everybody can access. Maybe not difficult to do, but you can really feel the movement to improve your movement. You can move your body functionally, so you can do a lot of stuff and feel better. And today we focus on the hip movement. And this month, our classes are focusing on mobility, stability of the hip joint. And I'm going to continue to do that here today as well. And we're going to start from cat-cow to move our spine. So we're just going to focus on the pelvis movement to start. So next, let's together. Inhale to tilting pelvis down. And exhale, move your chest forward, lengthening spine forward. And exhale to lift your pelvis around your spine. And exhale, push the floor with both hands. Really push up shoulder blades. And inhale, tilting pelvis down. And exhale to move your chest forward, lengthening back of your neck. And inhale, start rounding spine. And exhale, push the floor with both hands to push up shoulder blades. Do one more. Inhale, tilting pelvis down. And exhale, move chest forward. And inhale to lift your pelvis. And exhale, lift and split shoulder blades. And coming back to neutral spine, slightly round your lower back to protect your spine. And we're just going to move our right leg. And focus on just moving right leg without moving pelvis. So next time, if you're mindfully, open right leg about 30 to 45 degrees. Exhale, knee to the elbow to flex your hip joint. And exhale, extending right leg back. Feel like a pushing imaginary wall with the right heel. And exhale, bring your right knee down. And we're going to do 3 more times. Keep your lower back rounded. Inhale, open right leg about 30 to 45 degrees. Exhale, move knee forward for flexion of your hip joint. Inhale, kicking imaginary wall with right feet for extension of your hip joint. And exhale, right knee down. 2 more. Inhale, open right leg without moving pelvis. Exhale, knee forward to flex your hip joint. Inhale, lengthening leg to the back to extending hip joint. And exhale, knee down. Do one more. Inhale, open right leg. And exhale, move knee forward for flexion of your hip joint. Inhale, extended or extension. Exhale, right knee down. And going back to child pose, maybe you can bring your forearm to the floor and shake your hips side to side to check into your body. Hopefully you can feel movement in your right side is a little more smoother than left side. So I'm going to flip other way to do other side. From hands and knee, slightly round your back to protect your spine. Keep your toes tucked. Inhale, open left leg about 30 to 45 degrees without lifting pelvis. And exhale, knee to the elbow for squeezing hip joint. Inhale, extending leg to extending hip joint. Feel like a kick imaginary wall. And exhale, knee down. And inhale, lift, open left leg. Exhale, knee forward to squeezing hip joint. Inhale, extending leg to extending hip joint. Exhale, knee down. Then inhale to open left leg. Exhale, bring your knees forward. And inhale, extending left to the back. And exhale, knee down. One more time. Inhale, open left leg. Make sure you're not moving pelvis, just the left leg. Exhale, knee forward to squeezing hip joint. Inhale, extending left leg to the back to flex your hip joint. And exhale, knee down. And let's catch breath. Catch child pose. If you need to shake your wrist, shake your wrist, shake your wrist. And go ahead and bring your hands to the floor. And going up to downward facing dog. Again, still focus on our hip joint. So inhale to lift your sitting bone to squeeze your hip joint. So feel like you're squeezing hip flexor, the fabric in your hip flexor, your yoga pants or tank top, squeeze the fabric in your hip flexor. And exhale to release. Inhale to lift your sitting bone, squeeze increase of your hip joint. And exhale, relax your hip joint. Another inhale, lift your sitting bone, squeezing hip joint. And exhale, relax your hip joint. One more inhale, lift and squeeze your hip joint. And with exhale, walk to your hands. And let's together inhale, halfway. Again, 90-degree at the hip joint to squeeze your hip joint. And exhale, relax your hip joint and bow down. Look back. Okay, inhale, halfway up, squeezing hip joint. If you like, bring your pinky finger to hip flexor. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, relax and bow down half. One more time, inhale, halfway up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your hip joint. And exhale, moving sitting bone to the back to coming into chair pose. And inhale, arms forward. So we're going to go down the 3 breaths. And use your exhale between us. So we're going to try to bring your hip to the floor without lifting here. And next time, exhale, lower your hip 1/3 of the way. Slow exhale. Do not lift your heels. Inhale, lengthening spine, extending arms forward. And exhale, lower your hamstring, lower your hamstring, lower your hamstring. Maybe you can bring your thigh parallel to the floor. Another inhale, lengthening arms, stabilize your feet. Exhale, mindfully, slowly bring your hip lower as you can without lifting heels. And catch breath here. Full inhale. And relax your shoulder, exhale. Now, in 3 breaths, we are coming back to chair pose. So really pushing floor with heels. Inhale, slowly push the floor with heel to lift your hips. And stay here up. Left hamstring parallel to the floor. Another inhale. Exhale, slowly lift your hip, lift higher. Inhale to ground your feet. And exhale, slowly, slowly straightening leg over to the Tadasana. Ha. Did you feel your glutes and hamstring? I hope so. Full inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend your spine to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, bend your spine to the right. And inhale to the center. And we're going to do side bending, but this time I want you to move your hip to the right. Another inhale. Exhale, move your pelvis to the right. And inhale to the center. And exhale, slide your hip to the left. Another inhale, ground your feet. Exhale, slide your hip to the right. And inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, this time, just lower your left side of the rib cage to do not move your hip. Lower your left side of the rib cage to creating side bending. Another inhale, ground your feet. Exhale, lower your left side of the rib cage without moving hips. And inhale to the center. This time, do side bending by lowering the right side of the rib cage. Hip does not move. Inhale to ground your feet. And exhale, lower right side of the rib cage. And inhale, coming back to center. And go ahead, stepping left foot back to coming to high lunge. And take a deep inhale, lengthening spine. And exhale, mindfully, lower your right side of the rib cage to deepen the bend. So left side of the hip wants to come up. So if you need to, keep your left hand on the hips so hip does not move. And another inhale. Exhale, lower right side of the rib cage to deepen the bend. So maybe you want to bring your right hand to the rib cage. So inhale to stabilize your left side of the pelvis. And exhale, pull your right rib cage down to create side bending. And knees stay right above your feet, not inside or outside. 3 more breaths. Inhale to stabilize your hips, left side of the hip and right foot. And exhale, lower right side of the rib cage to create side bending. Oops. Do one more inhale, stabilize your lower body. And exhale, lower right side of the rib cage to deepen the bend. Stay engaged sole of your right foot. And inhale, coming back to center. And your head stay right above your hips. And exhale, hands at the heart center. And twisting chest to the right side. Hip does not move. Navel center stay pointing forward. So maybe you want to keep your left hand on the belly. Another inhale. And exhale, twisting chest to the right. Very mindfully. 2 more breaths. Inhale, stabilize your right foot. And exhale, moving heart center to the right without moving navel center. Do one more. Inhale, stabilize your right foot. And exhale, move your heart center to the right side without moving navel center. And inhale, coming back to center. And go ahead and bring your hands on the floor. And go ahead and stepping right foot back for downward facing dog. And go ahead and paddle your feet to check into your movement and sensation of your hip joint and hamstring. Hopefully your right side a little more energized. Move a little more smoother. Or maybe making bigger movement. And coming back to downward facing dog. Again, inhale to lift your sitting bone to squeezing hip joint. And exhale, relax. Another inhale, lift your sitting bone, squeezing hip joints. And exhale, relax. Do one more. Inhale, squeezing hip joint, lifting sitting bones. And exhale, walk to your hands. And next time, inhale, roll your spine up to Tadasana. Exhale, arms up. Inhale, lengthening whole body. Heel to the top of fingertips. And exhale, stepping right foot back for lunge, other side. And no pushing belly forward, tummy stay flat. Full inhale, lengthening spine. And exhale, push the floor with sole of your left foot. Another inhale. Exhale, glue your sole of your left foot to the floor. And go ahead and bring your right hand to the right side of the pelvis. And left hand to the left side of the rib cage. So inhale to stabilize your right side of the pelvis. And exhale, use your left hand to lower your left side of the rib cage. So nothing else move. We are just lowering left side of the rib cage for creating side bending. Inhale to stabilize your sole of your left foot. And exhale, lower your left side of the rib cage to deepen the bend. You should be feeling your whole left glute. 2 more breaths. Inhale to stabilize your left foot. And exhale, lower your left side of the rib cage to deepen the bend. So right side won't come up, just keep it down. Do one more inhale. Exhale, lower your left side of the rib cage to deepen the bend. And inhale, slowly coming back to center. And we are going to twist. So keep your right hand on the navel center. Left thumb to the heart center. And take a deep inhale. And exhale, twisting chest to the right side, left side. So make sure right hand stay right here, does not move. Inhale to stabilize your left foot. Exhale, mindfully rotate your rib cage to the left, navel center does not move. Okay, inhale to stabilize your sole of your left foot. Exhale, slowly move your heart center to the left and head stay right above your hip. 2 more breaths. Inhale, stabilize your navel center. Exhale, mindfully move your heart center to the left. Do one more inhale. Exhale, move your heart center to the left and complete exhale. And go ahead and bring your both hands to the floor. Stepping left foot back. And paddle your feet to feel your hip joint, feel your leg. Hopefully, both legs and hip joints are energized. And go ahead and walk to your hands. And sit on the floor and let's lay on your left side. And flex your hip joint, 90 degrees at the hip joint, 90 degrees at the knee. And go ahead and bring your left hand on a thigh or maybe hips to stabilize your hips. So keep pressing hips. So hip and leg does not move. They stay together. And then bring your right hand on a rib cage and take a deep inhale. Now exhale, lift your left oblique off the floor and rotate your rib cage to the back with right hand. So keep your left oblique off the floor. Inhale to stabilize your hips. Exhale, use your right hand to rotate your rib cage to the back. 2 more breaths. Inhale, stabilize your hips. Exhale, use your right hand to rotate your rib cage to the back. Do 1 more breath. And use your exhale, rotate rib cage to the back. And go ahead and release. Lay on your back and feel your body. Hopefully you feel like the right side is a little more released compared to the left side. And we switch side. So lay onto your right side, 90 degrees at the hip joint and knee. And use your right hand to stabilize your hips to keep your legs together. Left hand on the rib cage. Inhale to stabilize your hips, to stabilize your leg. Exhale, use your left hand to rotate your rib cage to the back. Again, right oblique that is not touching floor. So keep your right oblique off the floor. 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, use your left hand to rotate your rib cage to the back. Another inhale, stabilize your hips to keep legs together. Exhale, use your left hand to rotate your rib cage to the back. Do one more. Inhale. Exhale, mindfully use your left hand to rotate your rib cage to the back. And go ahead and release and coming back to center. Knees are bended. Full inhale to expand your lung. And exhale, relax your shoulder, face. And a deep inhale, expand your lung. And relax your rib cage with exhale, full. And go ahead and sit up. How are you feeling? I'm energized. I feel like my hip joint has more space in there. Spacious feeling in the hip joint. And thank you for watching. So next week, probably the last slide for this year. If you have any requests for what you like to see in the basic yoga YouTube live, please leave your request at the comment section. And thank you so much, and see you next week. Thank you.